to do the cleaning, but I allow them to eat first, and then after eating they do their mess again, and then we're gonna clean up and put in some fresh stuff. Yeah. Okay, Bloodline, I apologize for the phone recording, but we try to throw out a quick one for you guys so you know that we're still with you. But yeah, this is our boy Messiah. He'll be up for stud. So for those of you locally on island in St. Lucia looking for a quality stud, feel free to contact Bloodline for Messiah. Let's get back into our video, guys. Okay, so Bloodline, what you want to do when you have a lot of pups but you kind of want to begin them on the potty training, but you don't have them like literally in-house yet, you realize, I'm not sure if you guys been watching my past few videos, but watch, the pups usually will take a section to do their business, and that's that section up there. And as time goes by, what I do is I minimize the amount of sawdust that I have in one section, and then I keep putting sawdust in this section. So like 3 days ago, you will kind of like what you seen over there was about halfway. So every day you minimize it, you get it smaller and smaller. And maybe another thing that you can do is also you can put a bar to separate the area. I don't put a bar because sometimes the dogs like they do a sideways thing. As you can see right here, you'd see a little bit of mess there from earlier, so they would do a mess on top of the wood. So I just don't put it because they don't really spread the sawdust where they urinate and use the washroom. They usually play around here. So what I do is I minimize the amount of sawdust I put here, like just slightly. I always put under the food because they spill food, so, and also the water as well. So you don't want to get they're wet and dirty and whatnot. So when I clean up here, I clean up here. Well, I clean up the entire area, and then we do the same thing over again. So that's one way to start potty training. So when these dogs go to their new owners, watch out. So when these dogs go to their new owners, what would happen is that I would advise them to do a little section with some sawdust, because that's what they're familiar with, and just put it in a section, a nice large area of sawdust so the pups can use, and then you get the area smaller and smaller and smaller as you go until the dog is fully potty trained, whereas you can have the dog in-house and have a section outside where the dog would pee and poop. You see what he's doing? So you see where he's going to pee? Perfect example. Yeah, and also if you have you always want to leave a little bit of the sawdust, that's the mess sawdust, not the mess itself, but maybe a little portion of that sawdust left. See, peeing again. You see they're all going and use the washroom there. You want to leave a little bit of that there every time you clean up, just so that the scent stays there, because dogs work a lot on their scent, guys. So just giving you guys a heads up, Bloodline, you know what it is, little tutorial. Also, I normally put the dog outside, the dogs outside as well. I have like a play pen, a fence that I would put up with multiple sections and put them outside, to get some sunlight, in their little section. But again, because these dogs are not fully vaccinated yet, you don't want to have them playing all about the place. So I would roll out my artificial grass and then put them outside in the sun, in a section, bad all around. Maybe I'll be able to give you guys footage on that at some point. But yeah, that's just a 101, guys, to try to get your dog started on potty training. For those of you who, not necessarily for the people at home who buy the dogs, but for the breeders out there, again, we try to educate. That's a way to get your dog started. It's also a good value when selling a pup as well, because the dog has a little bit of training already. But yeah, so we normally get the dogs out for sun, to get some vitamin D. That avoids any knuckling. That's when the dog legs does that and you see the little trembling. Yeah, that would avoid a lot of knuckling. You need vitamin D for that. If you don't do that, make sure you get some vitamin D supplements that you can add to your feed, to avoid that if your dogs don't go out. So I guess this guy is about to go use the washroom. Not yet. Okay, let's see. Thinking about it. Yeah, see that? Peeing. So Bloodline, you'll know what it is. That's our keeper boy there. This boy is huge. This boy, huge. A lot of potential. Yeah. We should have an owner for him, you know, one of our returning clients. So he's gonna get that male to stud to his female that he bought from us before. This female possibly gonna stay as well. Yeah, she looking real good. Yeah, and that's the keeper female there. Yeah. So we're thinking of naming them. So we're making this video about 5 minutes bloodline. But yeah, these 3 boys, that's the biggest boy there in the litter as far as length and height, and he has the biggest paws. And we have those 2 big boys as well. These guys will be good active pups, showing a lot of aggression, but good aggression, not bad aggression, you know, like they just very feisty, you know, this boy, you know. But yeah, we had 2 people coming for them, you know, at the promotion. The promotion ended yesterday, so I gave them the deadline today to come. If not, then we're back to normal. Yeah, this boy might still be available, you know. He was going to go to a family friend, you know, but again, not for free. So let's see how it goes. So BKC blue pups available. Yeah, and if anyone wants this mule boy, like as I mentioned, we have a returning client who's going to take him, but again and again, without cash we're not saying anything, so his price is still the same. Again, very unique boy, so you can look at my past videos for pricing, guys. But you don't know, pick up yourself, bloodline.